Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Today is day 20 of our marathon satsangs that started on the 5th of May, and we have 2 more nights left to conclude on the 27th of May the ongoing 23 days of satsang. But today I want to just bring in my Guru, Swami Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. All those that are, all the ashrams that are affiliated to Guruji will be celebrating the Maha Samadhi week from the 22nd of May until the 27th of May. Guruji left his mortal coil on the 27th of May 2007. Just a background, little background, both of Guruji and Lord Sri Ramanuj. Starting with Lord Sri Ramanuj, when he became a Guru, his life was not perfect. He had to flee from Sri Rangam because the king wanted him dead, as he was a Lord Shiva devotee. So Lord Sri Ramanuj had to leave Sri Rangam, and he went crisscrossed India and only returned after 20 years. There was also an attempt made to poison him at Sri Rangam by his own administrators. So this is why I'm wary of Dana all the time. Guruji, there's a story I want to relate, and some of you will note its relevance. So long before Guruji built his ashram, he had a very small temple on the ashram premises, and people from all walks of life, from different domains, would come and seek Guruji's spiritual guidance and attention, blessings and grace. And there was one person who came and told Guruji that he wants to become, in South African hierarchy, he wants to become a mayor. So Guruji told him, why you just don't become a councillor? And he insisted he wants to become a mayor. And Guruji told him that if I make you a mayor, you will come one day to destroy my ashram. And he said, no, I'll never do that. So Guruji blessed him, graced him, spiritualized him, and he became the mayor. And one day, many years later, after Guruji's ashram was built, it was functioning, and Guruji was in the Mahakumbh Mela. He got a notification that the mayor was breaking his boundary wall because it encroached another property. Same person who didn't have a job, who Guruji blessed and graced, was now breaking the wall of the ashram. So those of you that have not researched about Guruji, here's an opportunity to do so. That man that was demolishing the wall of the ashram jumped off the payloader, took out all its clothes, and for 3 consecutive days and nights ran naked around the ashram in a state of madness. So we have a parikrama here at the ashram. Don't be surprised if you see somebody running around with a walking stick round and round this ashram naked. Since time immemorial, there's a natural hatred for gurus. Natural hatred for gurus. It's existing since creation. And all gurus inherit these enemies. And whatever these enemies are, they see themselves reflected in the Guru. So all their defaults they see, or faults they see in the Guru. And this has been happening since time immemorial. So if somebody is a fraud, he'll see the Guru as a fraud. Somebody is a fake, he'll see the Guru as a fake. If somebody is a rogue, he'll see the Guru as a rogue. This is consistent, it has been happening since creation. I cannot stop it, and it will continue until dissolution. But the beauty is that human life on this planet Earth is a continuous test. The Devis and Devtas test you, Lord Sriman Narayan tests you, and Lord Sriman Narayan also uses the demons to test you. So it is one continuous test. As you come into this fold, as you join your Guru, then you also will be tested. If God can test His most trusted servant, the Guru, then you think He's not going to test you? So everyone who's in this line, in this lineage, everyone will be tested every day of their life. There is no such thing like the material world where you got a contact, then things will be savvy. This contact God, things will be difficult. Because He is sculpturing you, He is cutting you, He is shaping you, He is priming you, the hardships that you endure, the pain that you go through, discards all your rough carcass that you have so that you can get polished like a diamond. Have you seen a diamond being polished? Sita, don't talk. Don't say anything. Keep the mouth sealed. Alright? Otherwise you'll start coughing again. How much of battering does the diamond go through before it is finally polished? And when it is finally polished, will it ever get battered again? So this is the battering that every human needs to go through. Once you are on this side, once you are on the Guru side, then you are getting processed second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. You are getting processed. And this is why the Guru asks you to come to satsang, to take in this knowledge, to understand that whilst you with the Guru, whilst you in God's domain, you still need to get polished. You still need to get polished. Meeting the Guru does not mean now you are shining like a diamond. Meeting the Guru means I am now ready to be polished to shine like a diamond. So those of you that came here for good times and good things and continuous happiness, wrong satsang. Wrong? This satsang can't give you that. But those of you that here to become a better person, to become a calmer person, to become a righteous person, to become a divine person, then you're in the right satsang. This satsang is turning right, turning to righteousness. And along the way, there's some polishing. And when you get polished, Avirbhai, don't run away. Because the owner of the polishing machine, he'll catch you in your next lifetime. At exactly the same point where you was getting polished, next lifetime your polishing starts there again. So this Creator is absolute, His creation is absolute, His systems are absolute. No man can question His system. No, because He didn't give any man to create His system. He created it, He enacted it, He compiled it, He lived in it. Did you see Him getting polished? Avirbhai? Coughing won't help you and give you a lighter sentence. Has anybody seen God getting polished? He is the first entity that got polished to show you how to get polished. He came as Ram and he suffered, didn't he? Did he show you how to get polished to become an ideal man? At the end, did he shine like a diamond? You understand? He is the Supreme Lord, yet He closed His memory. In the incarnation, He closed His memory and underwent everything as a human being. Similarly, Guru's memories are also closed to a certain extent so that they also get polished in their lifetime. So everything is not going to be hunky-dory, even in the Guru's life. My Guruji, Swami Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj, went through many uphills. Sita, why you gave your cough to Ashmika? What mantras are you reading? Getting pujaris in my satsang. So Guruji himself went to many ordeals. Remember, Guruji had mastered all the mantras, meaning he had mastered all the frequencies that exist in this universe. Guruji had mastered all the frequencies. And if anyone can master the frequencies, they can change any dynamic in the universe. I said last year, and for many years I'm saying, Guruji changed a girl child 7 months in the mother's womb to a boy child, because he could change the frequency. And I always talk about energy and frequency. Everything that exists in this universe is frequency and energy. And once you know the frequency, you can change anything. Guruji also changed water into ghee at his first Guru Purnima, 1998. Very first Guru Purnima, they ran short of ghee at about 10 in the night, and then Guruji changed that water and made it into ghee, and then he returned the ghee back as water on the next day. Guruji knew every devotee that was coming to India 6 months to a year in advance. So he'll call his secretary and he'll say, Vasudeva Ramanujdas Nirvasan Pillai / Ravana will come on a certain flight from Durban to Dubai, and then he'll take another flight from Dubai to India, and this will be the flight number, this will be his ticket details, and he'll be coming with Nadine. Exact details. So Guruji always had a queue of thousands of people. No time to chit-chat like me. I'm a small, insignificant Guru. I can talk for thousands of hours. Unfortunately, my Guruji did not have that luxury. So when you went to Guruji, Guruji just said, sorted, because Guruji already knew. If he knew in which flight you are coming, don't you think he knew all your problems? Alright? So was there necessary to yap, Jessica? Just bow down and gone. Bow down and head touch and gone, sorted. So that's how Guruji operated all these years. You tell me which living entity in the world can know in advance even your flight. Even your flight, your full names, your full details is already written in his journal. So on the day you arrive, he just checks it out. You understand? This was our Guruji. This ashram belongs to our Guruji. you don't see my photos anywhere. Do you all see any photographs of me in this ashram? No, because this ashram belongs to my Guruji. Alright? Maybe when I pass on, you all can put a small 20 by 20 photo somewhere. But as long as I'm alive, this ashram will belong to my Guruji. You all see it like that? You all see him outside, first worship, inside, first worship. This ashram belongs to my Guru. He trusted me with all that he accumulated. He trusted me with all that he accumulated in his lifetime. From the age of 3, for 67 years, he left his mortal coil at the age of 70. Whatever spiritual potency Guruji had, he entrusted me with it. I'm saying this after many, many, many years. If you meet all these so-called followers of Guruji, they'll always tell you, I got Guru's power. I got Guru's power from the age of 20. I got Guruji's power. I see through Guruji. All that is bull. In the disciplic succession, you have to become a disciple first. A bona fide disciple before you become a bona fide Guru. Bona fide disciple. Just like if you're going to university and you want to study law, you have to become a bona fide student first, then you'll become a bona fide lecturer. Yes? So that's how it works. So nobody left all these Mickey Mouses, nobody left their domain. They're still in business, they're still in practice, they're still in the jewelry stores, they're still doing everything, but they say, I got Guruji's power. You ever heard me saying, if you asked me anything, wait, let me go ask Guruji, I'll come back to you. 10 years now. I'm doing Guruji's work for 10 full years. Just for you to acquaint yourself to Guruji, I send you to Guruji, I make you all bow down by Guruji. I want you all to love my Guruji as much as I love him. Remember, I have 2 roles. My one role is an absolute disciple of my Guru. My one role. And my next role is to teach you what my Guru taught me. So I'm a preacher. You understand? All of you? So this is my Guru. And look at the power of Guruji. He is changing South Africa from India after he has left his mortal coil. Look at the power of Guruji. He is changing South Africa. Is he not? Did this 23 days did not tell you how powerful, Ashmika? You saw 2 bishops and 1 pastor clapping for Sriman Narayan. You never see on Facebook? 2 bishops and 1 pastor. You saw that, Avir? Huh? You didn't feel good? You think any bishop has ever clapped for Sriman Narayan since this 5,000 years of Kali Yuga? Everyone that came here said that there is a power in this place. You heard the attorney yesterday? What did she say? And yesterday we had a handful of people. And she said, although there are not a lot of people here, I had my palms together, my eyes closed, and I took in this energy. Did she say it here or not? That is what makes the ashram bona fide and the guru bona fide. Not some technical ordainment here and there and there and there. When people come and feel the energy, when they feel the essence of spirituality, every race, every religion, we have documented, said that this place is divine. Yes or no? Every race, every religion. What more authentication does anyone need? That on its own, besides going into any background, on the top, on the surface, this has never been said, would all the components for any ashram or any religious place anywhere, where everyone has agreed that this is a place of divinity. Yes or no? Yes, we should be ecstatic that the system that you believe in, that you have chosen to believe in, and that you are sacrificing, Avirbai, you still got some time before you become a vegetarian, so just enjoy. Alright? When I say sacrificing, don't get frightened and think one of the days next week. Alright? You got some disciples to follow here. You got some disciples to follow, just follow them. Alright? But there is a definite change in every life that comes here. There is 100% change in every life that enters this ashram. And that is a guarantee. And that guarantee is from a spiritual potency that I inherited. There is no other disciple of Guruji in the world, including his two sons, including his own two sons, can make a statement that I am making. They also watch my discourses, both of them. One is my friend, one is not my friend. Alright? Both of them watch all my discourse. The one that's not my friend follows me in all what I do. You can go on Facebook and check. After I started Patikrama, he started Patikrama. After I started celebrating Lord Sri Ramanuj, he started celebrating Lord Sri Ramanuj, because I'm the head. I am the head. Guruji handed me the baton. So I'm the head of my Guru's system. There's nobody. I challenge any of Guruji's disciples anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, to show that Guruji has given them the baton. Yes, they have. As disciples, they will get a share. I didn't want it all, Vasan. Although Vishwadharma be thinking, hey, why Acharya ji didn't take all? And why Acharya ji didn't put in a claim for the tons of money that was in the ashram. Tons and tons of money that was in the ashram. And Vishwadharma be thinking, if he was me, he should have went straight for the money and let the spirituality sort itself out. But here we are, tomorrow is our last satsang with guests, and I said appropriately, the most senior member of the government's interfaith and constitutional review panel and commission, N.G. Motseka's husband, will share the platform with Bruce. So we have a double whammy tomorrow. I don't think Avir and Ashmika are tired. Cyril too. They had a long rest. Cyril, I don't think you'll be tired tomorrow with two guests. I'm sure you're going to make it. All right. So Guruji, when he took his birth, the earth changed, and it will continue changing for the next 427,000 years. 427,000 years. So in every cycle, you have these powerful and dynamic gurus. Preceding Guruji. Preceding means before Guruji. In the last couple thousands of years, there was no Guru that had his potency. No Guru that had his potency. I remember when I went to South India, well, everyone knows me. In the Sri Sampradaya, everyone knows that I am Guruji's foremost disciple. And I met hundreds of Swamis from the Sri Sampradaya. And they say, Guru, miracles. Guru, miracles. And I'm wondering, what miracles? Guruji's miracles. Guruji's miracles. So I got Chris, who bust rock for Guru, who break rock for me down there. Just incidentally, I made Chris a guard. So he guarded for 1 week, and he came and said, Boss, I came here to break rock. I don't want to be guard. Guard not job for me. Job for me, break rock. Alright? Then I put Taffy back into guard duties, and Chris went to break rock. Alright, but Chris, see my Guruji now, not like you. See my Guruji? You know Guruji? Yeah. Chris knows Guruji for many years. I'm sure he had visions of Guruji as well. So, Chris, Guruji take tea. As he drink tea, he talk to the tea. Then he throw the tea on the floor, and all the rocks break. No pick, no benja. Tea. Guruji, when he making his ashram in India, big rocks, bigger than this one. But he put a power in the tea, he throw the tea on the rocks, and all the rocks break. That is power of Guruji. Saturday is birthday for Guruji. Alright. So if you need some power, I got a big photograph of Guruji outside. Go there, sit down, and talk to him. Maybe he give you some power, you take some water, drop it when boss give you big work. And you bluff me, you break it. Alright? But that is not a joke. TLBs were failing, excavators were failing. Guruji was busy drinking his tea. So one of his headmen, his construction heads, came and told him, "Hey Guruji, these machines can't break the rock." He said, "Where?" He said, "Okay, come, let's go." And he went there, he read his mantra in his tea, and he just threw the tea there and all the rocks broke. That is what is moving the Sri Narayan Dham. That is what is moving the Sri Narayan Dham. Guruji does not want to be known as a magician. He went 12 years and he studied every aspect of the Vedas under his Guru, Govind Acharya. And how you think Guruji got actuated into humanity? Yeah, I think the power came on. 8 o'clock, yeah. Right, Dana. Once it's up, it's up. You can't push it any more up. Okay, I'll have to start the satsang all over again. I will. No problem. Jai Sriman Narayan. Be a long night, Avir Bhai. Okay. So Guruji was 7 years old. And there's Balaji's temple in Rajasthan. And Guruji used to frequent this temple on a daily basis. And there was a woman that was in deep anguish at the temple. Deep anguish at the temple. And Guruji asked the temple priest if he could help remove the suffering from this lady. And the temple priest said no, and Guruji continued persisting until the temple priest agreed. So he took some ashes and he threw it on this lady. This lady had murdered her partner, in a previous life. And that partner, business partner, was given a hard time in this life. And when the temple priest threw the ashes, then a voice spoke from the lady. And the voice wanted the money back and indicated where the money was and stated that the money must be given to the temple as a donation. And this lady was relieved subsequently. Story is bigger, but I'm just short-circuiting it for you so that Avir Bhai can go home early. Alright? So the gist of the story is that Guruji's compassion for humanity started at the age of 7. So he asked the temple priest, what is the formula for relieving mankind of its pain? At that age, Guruji wanted to know what he can do at the age of 7 to remove the pain and suffering of mankind. And the temple priest told him, go find a guru, go learn all the Vedas, and you'll have a cure of relieving mankind of its pain. So Guruji went, he complied. After he finished his studies, he went to the Bangar forest. Vasudeva and I also went to the Bangar forest. We went to the entrance, but when Guruji was around, he used to go deep into the forest. And whilst he was in the forest, again I'm cutting this whole thing short because of Avir Bhai, he met Lord Sriman Narayan. He met Lord Sriman Narayan dressed as a saint, and Lord Sriman Narayan gave him the benediction that he can cure the suffering of mankind. Gave who? Guruji. And in his lifetime, Guruji worked for many years behind the scenes. He only revealed himself, I think, in the late 1990s. Middle 1990s, he revealed himself and his potency. But he was working in the background. He was doing all sorts of things. And if you look at his face, Guruji was always plump, had that beard, had that beautiful grey eyes, and the government of India sent a security branch believing Guruji was a terrorist, because very luxury vehicles should come to Sri Siddhartha Ashram. At that point in time, the ashram was not built. So the head of that security police never went back. After his investigation, he became Guruji's disciple, Tiwari Baba. We met him. He's running his own ashram in Delhi at the moment, Tiwari Baba. All right? The very first day Guruji sat under a tree at the ashram premises, Guru Ma had 5 kilo of flour, you know our flour pack, and she cooked 14 rotis for the 14 disciples of Guruji. And this is where our food comes in. You must cook and feed whoever comes to the ashram. It started there under that big tree. So I saw the tree. They took the leaves from the tree and used it as a plate. Here's some insights. There's millions. But Guruji don't want me to be like his other disciples and focus on his personality and make the system as if it's magical. Guruji wants me to teach the science behind the Sri Sampradaya, and that is what I have been doing. But now and again I get a license to extol my Guru, and I think today is a good day to discuss Guruji. You'll come here, you'll see everything, you'll do arti, you must know that entity. And Jessica herself will tell you, and Satish Bhai, the day I sent Guruji's photo to the house, they never tell me. Did you tell me, Satish Bhai? Did you tell me, Jessica? Did either of you tell me? What happened to your house the day I sent Guruji's photo there?
Everything brightened up.
Yes, Satish Yes. Both of them didn't tell me. This is Guruji. This is what I love to do. Instead of impelling your mind to love Guruji, I like you all to love Guruji naturally. Otherwise, you force through my descriptions of Guruji. Ashmika, don't have a girl child and then come here in the 7th month, you and Avir, and tell Acharya ji, I want a boy. You said you got all Guruji's inheritance. If Guruji could change it in the 7th month, please change and get me Yajvan too. Okay. All right, Asmika, I'm warning you all in advance. So I always tried to be different from Guruji. I always tried to be different from the rest of his disciples. I wanted, it was Guruji that wanted me to bring the scientific dimension to Sanatana Dharma. And I've stated that Guruji is currently the greatest scientist of all times. Guruji is currently the greatest scientist of all times. No scientist can change water into ghee and ghee back into water. No scientist can change a girl child into a boy child in the mother's womb 7 months. And lastly, I've said this, I want to say it again, that Guruji brought a dead man to life. And it is a bit disappointing that we had everything of us on Sean's phone. We had even that video where this man came into our room, and G.S. Bawa, Guruji's disciple, was deadly. You know, when I say 84 years old, he's that Kanpati deadly. So we were having, myself, Sean and Mataji, we were in the dining room, and Bawa told one man, "Hey, come here." So the man took his time. He said, "Make it fast. Otherwise, I'll kill you this time and nobody will bring you alive." That's how this whole thing started, in the dining hall. So he came to us, and then he introduced us to this man, and he told this man to come to our room after lunch, I think it was. And this man came to our room, and he said, "Right, explain." And the man explained that he was dead. Next day, when he was passing, the funeral procession was passing through the ashram, he became alive. He also explained his death, and he also explained how Guruji represented him with Lord Narayan and said, "No, no, 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 this is my disciple. His time is not up." So when you're a disciple of a Guru, your death, destiny can change. Death, destiny can change. There's 1 2 old Balis in this ashram that wasn't supposed to be here. But because, like that counselor, you know that counselor that was breaking Guruji's wall, just like that, there's one Bali, after he got extension of life, he won the Guru's chair. These stories work like that. Jessica is enjoying it, Dana. She's really happy today. Alright? So, Guruji intervened with the Supreme Lord, and this man is still living, and we met him. A man who was already certified dead by medical science. Already his funeral procession was on the way. Passing through the ashram, Guruji, well, just like how I be digging in the garden, Guruji was cleaning the garden, and he went and touched him, and he's alive even today. Right? We had a video recording. That's all I can say. I don't want to put a name next to it. Alright, so there was also another instance when Guruji was digging in a garden, and an entire family came to Guruji and said, "Hey, we heard there's a big guru in this ashram who can make things happen. Please tell him one of our children are lost and make him find the children." Guruji said, "No, don't worry." Or make him find the child. Guruji said, "No, don't worry." They went home, the child was found. Next day they ran and came, they saw Guruji, they screamed, "Yeah, same one, same one." They said, "Please, we brought parsad, sweetmeats, take us to your guru. We want to give your guru. We located our child." So these are things Guruji did. And if he did it, then, and spirituality is eternal, it doesn't finish. And if that is here now, why won't he do it for you? Why won't he do it for you? So there's hundreds of photographs of Guruji here. I'm going to give it to you all on Saturday. Those are disciples. Vasan's maid has Guruji's photographs in a house in Claremont. And immediately of the photograph going to her house, I awarded it to her in Guruji's birthday. You'll see in the past when I gave Linda one, I gave a lot of people Guruji's photographs. Couple years ago, she became a vegetarian, and one of her granddaughters became a vegetarian. Alright? That is the power of Guruji. And from 2020, Guruji is starting to change the world, but it will start here in South Africa. So those of you that take this ashram, this whole system lightly, you're a fool. You're a fool. There's Vasan here. Before he starts charging for information, he's married now. Life is costly. He's married. Life is costly. Maybe he'll charge by the hour. I took Vasan, I took him around India, and I showed him all Guruji's potencies, where it was. I also showed him potencies of all the Devis and Devtas in India. And Guruji, to acknowledge my presence in India, at the Banghar forest, he made a 90% dead man come live after I blessed him with water. And it's on live Facebook. It's on live Facebook. There are many gurus that come from India and think they rock South Africa. I went from South Africa and I really rocked India. Where's the evidence? Facebook Live. Alright? My camera woman is not with me anymore. For some reason, Hemita, we started with camera woman. Vasan was in between. I think he got kicked out again and again. It's just woman running the show. But she's on She's on that video screaming for me to take my eyes off meditation when this man who was hauled in by 4 people, immediately, a couple seconds after me blessing his water, he started massaging my feet. Alright? So this was to authenticate to the world by Guruji, because that's where he got his potencies. That's where he got his benediction. There's no one that can claim what I am claiming. None of Guruji's disciples can claim what I am claiming. So this is not about ego, because Gurus cannot have egos. But we need to put the facts in its perspective. Yes or no? Yes. You all are my private devotees, you all are my personal devotees, you all are my aspirants, and you all are my disciples, depending where you are. And I wanted to take this opportunity on this satsang in this 23 days, where we have no guest, because guest might not understand the relationship that I have with my Guru and the relationship that I have with you. So I made this ashram absolutely user-friendly. Means that whichever deity you love, Nadira, I got both your deities, Kali Mata that side, Durga Mata that side. Yes? 2 temples. You can come, start your dance there, run there, run back, run there, run back, scream, shout. Yes, I made it for you, Nadira. You have, then you can come top here. Yeah. Then you can come top here, bow down, and do. You can have your own. You saw yesterday we had an attorney here. And the ashram was user-friendly for her, because she saw Lord Shiva here, she saw Lord Shiva at the entrance, and she felt at home. Yes. Did she feel at home? Yes. So we got all the deities here for our Sanatan Dharmis. Any deity missing, you can put your hands up. Ashmika, what deity you think is not here? Ganesha. Yeah, no, outside in a big form. So if you say Ganesha, I'll make you, your husband and your father-in-law buy a Ganesha, I'll put him outside. I'm just saying. Then you can run up and down. Alright? Yeah. Okay, alright. So you feel at home. Then as the Guru teach you the hierarchy of the deities and the place and actuation of the deities, you'll understand better. This is the science of Sanatan Dharma, which cannot be matched by religion, because Sanatan Dharma is not a religion, it is scientific. Okay, are there any questions? So please be prepared for tomorrow. We're going to have a very special guest, 2 special guests. I think for me, Bruce is a more special guest than the parliamentarian, and Bruce will speak first. We have to be principled in what we do. If you came and gapped yourself, then we'll dictate to you where you're going to fit in. So Bruce will speak first. Jai Shriman Narayan.